Good morning, evening, and afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Moximus Drafts MTG. We are here in a Dragons of Tarkir Swiss release queue. Minister of Pain might be the pick here. Blessed Reincarnation is definitely not it. But if we do take Minister of Pain, then we're kind of setting ourselves up for the Exploit deck, which is black and blue. As you probably know. I just am not sure if we want to commit to that yet. The alternative cards to take in the pack are Sandcrafter Mage, Sprinting Warbrute, in my opinion. Both very good. We'll go ahead and try a little something different here and go with the Sandcrafter Mage. Minister of Pain is the best uncommon in the pack, but I'd say Sandcrafter Mage and it are pretty equivalent power level wise, and Sprinting Warbrute is arguably more powerful, but we're going to stick with the Mage. Get immediately rewarded whenever Dromoka Captain attacks. Bolster 1 is pretty good, but I think Echoes is one of those enchantments that does a couple of things. It really gives you a late game kind of mana sink. I'm not sure if this one will come back around. Out of this pack, we would like again to see... Well, if we take Echoes, like we're probably going to see Sheltered Aerie, Glaring Aegis, maybe Marshulker Zephyr Scribe, or this Ancestral Statue back. I just think that this card is our pick over these two pretty good creatures. There's not a lot of enchantment removal that people mainboard in the format, and just being able to pay 3 and make your guys bigger than what they have going on seems like a winning combination. Okay. So out of this pack, it might just be Sandstorm Charger for us. Trying to get a sense of what is coming through, what's getting passed. And this is only the third pick. Deadly Wanderings is pretty cool. I've played against it, I've been beaten by it, I've also beaten it, so I don't think that the power level is so off the charts that it's going to pull us into a second color yet. Same with Interceptor. A Megamorph guy is probably better than random equipment, random second color 2 drops. Yeah, so we're just going to go with the Morph. Now this is interesting. A second Sandcrafter Mage is getting passed to us, which might be the pick. Other good cards in the pack are Evolving Wilds, Hand of Silumgar. Brawler is arguably good for the deck that he goes into. The Regenerating Skeleton, Meringue River guy. He's a 2/2 if you make him morph him, and then he regenerates for 1 black, which is pretty good on defense. However, Sandcrafter Mage, probably the pick here. Do we take the third Sandcrafter Mage? Maybe so. Like, cards like Territorial Rock really just don't do much in a bolster deck, because even though they are flyers, you know, if you have a Territorial Rock and then you cast a Sandcrafter Mage, womp womp. The other thing we could do is Tread Upon, which is a perfectly playable combat trick, and I want to make sure that we get a couple of these effects. However, I just think that a third 3/3 for 3 potentially is better. Dragon Hunter, very good potential sideboard card, also mainboardable. So in this pack, it's between Beastbreaker and Pummeler. Pummeler is quite strong. Beastbreaker is a 2-drop. and also quite strong. I mean, with our bolstering synergies here, we probably aren't going to have a problem getting formidable too often, so. Seems like we're kind of being pushed into green. Scale Blessing is a card that I'm not against trying. Let's see. Yeah, but we won't get this pack back. I think we actually just take the Scale Blessing here. Stay open. Here's the pack that we opened. Champion. Perfectly serviceable. Playable, even. And Scale Blessing over Artillerist might have been incorrect, but honestly, I don't think so. I think we take the Monument here, because it potentially fixes us for blue. Take a guy in our colors. These guys are more against aggressive decks that we want to be bringing in lifelinkers and 1/3s. I'm liking the look of it so far. Aven Tactician came back around, which is also a playable if unexciting bolster dude. He's fine though. He's fine. Don't tell him I called him unexciting. And don't want to not be able to block. And Impact Tremors. Strictly... Well, no. There are whispers. Whispers in the night of an Impact Tremors deck. Personally, I don't believe it exists. 3 Sandcrafter Mage, Echoes of the Kin Tree, Scale Blessing, Aven Tactician is a pretty solid base to a bolster deck. I'm gonna put that one out there. And then, we could even play this and this. See if green's open. I mean, we were really able to nail down white, passing to the left, so... Wow. Is this card good? I don't think it's good. It is a mythic, though. What's it worth? To the wiki price. Shaman of Forgotten Ways. No, not that valuable. Okay, and that's an important part of drafting, everybody. You gotta be able to recognize value when you see it. Is it just really good? Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, that's quite good. I guess we'll take the Shaman. There's an Enduring Scale Lord rewarding us immediately. Now the other possibility is the Silk Wrap here. But I think the Scale Lord really solidifies our top end, and then we can start figuring out weenies. Shaman of the Forgotten Ways is excellent. Actually, I like the idea of just ramping into Scale Lord. Hopefully we can pick up Whisperers of the Wilds. Although that pack will be a second Enduring Scale Lord. Wow. I mean, I guess that's the pick. What is this? Bolster X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That's a strange one, isn't it? Maybe we take that and the Scale Lord Wheels. I don't know. I don't think that's really main deckable. Unless we somehow figure out, like we get an Obzon Beastmaster or other card draw, and green-white is kind of eluding me in this format at the moment, so who knows? Maybe it'll all come together. Wow, a flatten super late, like third pick. Um, Artillerist might be our call here, or our pick. Guardian Shield Bearer is a pretty good card for our strategy. I'll finish my thought. I don't know if we necessarily want the Herd Chaser Dragon. It has great synergies with Enduring Scale Lord, just as a Megamorph, and we have some mana ramp. What we don't have is a lot of like combat tricks. Let's see. We have 11 creatures. One Scale Lord. Like that's our top end is one Scale Lord and a Sandstorm Charger. I think we probably want another dragon over a Treadupon. Servant of the Scale is playable. White is getting cut hard in this pack, which is okay because there's some good white like Sandblast and stuff that we'll have a chance to pick up in Fate. So between Servant of the Scale and Lurking Erynx, I think we take the Servant. Wow. That guy. Although another Beast Breaker might just be the way to go here. That's a super late Elk Herd, though. What do we have at 5? Tactician and Charger. We could use just another big guy. Oh, let's try the Sentinels. Have a little fun with it. Evolving Wilds Center Soul. I haven't played with Center Soul yet. I'm not sure it's better than Treadupon in our deck, but yeah, all about trying new things. And we got the Treadupon as well. Lightwalker, very good 2-drop for us. Here's the pack we opened. Is Gate Smasher any good? It's not really. We'll take a second Charger. The Artillerist wield. Take this flyer out of there. We want to rule the skies with Scale Lords. Alrighty. Feeling very good about our Dragons picks here. We have a deck, like an actual playable deck, without even cracking a pack of Fate. Wow. It could use a couple more playables. Let's see what really gets cut here. Probably Dragon Hunter for the side. I feel like that is the pick. We aren't giving up much in white or green out of this pack, and we have the Ojutai Monument, which I took in a moment of prescience. So we're going to jam an Ojutai in our deck. Love every minute of it. Hunt the Weak is probably the pick here for us. A solid removal for our deck, which we are lacking in. We're kind of just hoping to get big fast, not, get out of range of the red removal and beat everything else in combat and just take our Reach of Shadows when it comes up. There's a Tarka that got past. Whisperer, I think, is our pick here. That card we did want one of. Tranquil Cove, further fixing Although we are passing a Sand Blast, but yeah, we'll take the fixing. Because this way we can almost definitely play our Ochitai. And there may be another Sandblast in this pack. Because if we recall, this guy was passing us a lot of white in the first Tarkir, in the first Dragons pack. So there's a good chance we'll see it here as well. Sandstep Outcast. Probably the call here. Interesting. Wow, that's weird. I don't think I've ever read that card before. I don't know if Woe Reaper is really where we want to be. I mean, that's super fast. Super aggressive. Guide might be good, especially if we have islands in our deck. Here's another piece of fixing. The alternative is Soul Summons, and we have so many good 2-drops. I just don't think we need to worry about the Soul Summons. Wow. That's bananas. Okay. Yeah, we've got like 4 blue sources right here. And these all produce our main colors of mana as well. So we got hooked up in the dual land department here late in the Fate pack. I think I'm not going to congratulate myself here too much, but I think in this draft we really nailed drafting our seat. This is rough. That could be a sideboard card. Probably aren't in a rush to play it. Same with the Skirmisher, although Skirmisher, Dragon Hunter, those guys could be good in bolstering strategies. Probably just don't want that to happen to us. Oops. Get some of this removal out of here. Alright, and we have a Defiant Ogre, yeah. So we've got a pretty bonkers little green-white bolster deck here. I think we need to cut probably 4 cards. Herd Chaser Dragon just it's not as good. I wonder if Champion of Erishan is good enough. Let's see. Center Soul, I think, stays. I want to try it with the 1-drops because we do have Hunt the Weak and we do have several bolster cards. That was just a strange spell. And if it fits anywhere, it fits in our deck, I mean. Let's see here. Sandcrafter Mage is playable. These are all playable is the problem. Oh boy. I guess Woe Reaper. I mean, you're pretty much living the dream if you can Skirmisher, Dragon Hunter, into Echoes, into Sandcrafter Mage, into Hunt the Weak. You know, like our deck has incredible synergies. Maybe the splash is wrong. If we cut Ojutai, the Monument, and one other card, does our raw power level come way down? I'm tempted to say yes. I think the champion can be trimmed. One Sandcrafter Mage. Ooh. This guy's a morph. One cut, one cut, one cut. Worst card is probably either Scale Blessing or Aven Tactician. Yeah, let's cut the Tactician and get our lands in there. Add some basics. I guess we do want the one island. And then 7 and 7. 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 lands has kind of been a drag recently, and I'm tempted to go to 17 here. Do we have any double green? We do. We have Scale Guard Sentinels. That's kind of a corner case. We might even be willing to take that out for ease of mana reasons. Put in another morph guy here, probably the Herd Chaser. That might be better. The other option is to put in another Sandcrafter Mage, which I don't think we're into. Or just some, like a random pressure point. Alright. I think this will do. I think it's pretty good, actually. Although, we might want to go down one land. That's what I was considering. And we're actually fairly even color requirements. The fact that we have 2 green here makes me want to cut a forest. For either another Sandcrafter Mage, Champion, or a Sandstorm Charger in a morph slot, maybe. That would be cool. Yeah. I feel like 3 Sandcrafter Mages, a 3/3 for 3 is great in this format because it eats morphs. I just don't know if we don't need the versatility of our morph guys as well. We have 3 because we don't have that much removal. So yeah, we want to be able to get big. Alright, here is our Bant aggro deck. I like the look of it. Hopefully we'll do well. And we will see you back here for round 1, everybody.